Hey guys, it's Jenna from thespeechroomnews.com. I'm here today to talk to you about my brand new articulation box. So I have always loved using little miniature objects in speech therapy rather than cards because a lot of my preschoolers need objects or need, a more tangible product to use and learning tool to use. And so I use little toys from a company called Primary Concepts. They sell a box and it's called Articulation Objects. And so I've had this Articulation Objects box from Primary Concepts for a few years. My first district had one for me to use, and then when I moved to my new district I bought the same thing. And recently Super Duper started carrying this product, so you can just go to superduper.com and order it, or just search Primary Concepts Articulation Box. So what it is are little miniature objects, and they came in this white cardboard box, and they were sorted by baggies. It doesn't have all the sounds, but it's a good way to get started. And I loved it, except for I wasn't actually using it because these little plastic bags and this white cardboard box just weren't functional for me. And so I was using takeout containers and Rubbermaid containers and putting all these little objects in it, and I had Post-it notes on the labels. It just was not a beautiful system. So when I saw on Instagram this week this awesome rainbow box and boxes inside of it floating around, I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to do with that. Actually bought two of them because I have another idea for how to use it, and I'll show you that later in the month. But right now I'm using it for my mini objects for articulation. What I like about the articulation box that you buy from Super Duper or from Primary Concepts is that it already has a beginning, middle, and end sound, so it's like a good place to get started. And then you'll just start collecting mini objects that have speech sounds in them as you go through life. So when you clean out your kids' toy chest, at the bottom there's all those random little toys. It's like a Barbie shoe, a little Lego man's hat, all those things. Start collecting those, or go to Goodwill and grab the grab bags that have all that little junk, and you're gonna use that, sort it by sounds, and use it in your articulation box. So first up, these articulation boxes, I got mine at Michael's. I hope you have a Michael's near you. Mine was 40% off. Actually, I went yesterday and they were even cheaper. They were down to 50% off. So they're originally $40 where I live, and I got it for 40% off of that. And then at Michael's, if you take your work ID, you get an educator discount of an additional 15% off. So I ended up with, less than $20 in this container. And the container has a handle. It's rainbow. How beautiful is that? And you just open it up, and it has all these little boxes in them like this. And so inside of each one I put a label on the outside, and on the inside it has my mini objects. So I'll open it up and show you what that would do. The kit comes with a large plastic outer box and 16 interior boxes in different colors. You can see I added a sticker to each of those mini boxes so I can tell which sound it is. Each of the sounds has its own box. These are the sounds that I work with most often in preschool. I have some other mini objects that go with other sounds that I'll keep in other boxes. But for example, this is the box for the letter or the sound G, letter G. And so it has objects that came from the Primary Concepts box and other little miniature objects that I've found. So the little mini objects include things like little animals. There's a gorilla, there's a tiger for the medial G, there's a guitar, there's a hamburger. So that's a little mini eraser. There's lots of different mini objects that you can find. Frog, flag, and the letter, just in case I need it while I'm teaching the sounds. So as I acquire more little mini objects, I just stick them in the box and I will keep it in my therapy cart that I have with me all the time when I'm doing therapy in the classroom. I do full-time inclusion, so I need to be able to take all my materials into the classroom with me, which is why I'm super excited about this organizational box. So inside my box is going to be all the little objects that go with this sound, and hopefully soon I'm going to start making like a little list. Once I get a few more sounds or a few more objects for my box, I'm going to type out a list so that I can just keep it in the front of the box, and that way won't have to think about, well, what sound is that and where does it go? And that'll also help me if I happen to dump out all the objects and use them for our language activities. I'll be easily able to sort which box they were supposed to go into. So that is my Articulation Mini Object Box. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about it. And if you would like to make your own, start with mini objects that you grab at Goodwill, or you order the Articulation Object Box from Super Duper or Primary Concepts, and you find this container at Michael's. Make sure you get it on sale, because it will be on sale. And if you have a school ID, you can use your educator badge to get 15% off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.